Now, if you've ever folded 40 hands in a row in a full ring game only to finally get aces and then everyone folds to your raise, this update's for you. Now, let's talk about why 6 max might just save your sanity because full ring is fine. It's just so old school. It's got the classic 9-player poker setup. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone's there, it moves slow, and someone's always tanking for 45 seconds with a 9-3 offsuit. I mean, that's the worst. But 6 max, it's shorthanded, turbocharged, and it's only 6 players. You're playing more hands, more bluffs, more showdowns, and probably tilting a little bit more too. But it is my preferred playing style. And speaking of playing styles, in a full ring game, you can kind of afford to fold 18 hands in a row and nobody really cares. But you're rewarded for being patient, and full ring is what I'm getting at. But in 6 max, if you fold too much and people are going to think you're a fish. Aggression isn't optional in 6 max. It's how you play. You're raising light, 3-betting wider, and bluffing like you've got rent due tomorrow. I know it's kind of a weird comparison, but hey. And position matters a lot. In both formats, position is key, but in 6 max, it's everything. You're late in position more often, which means you have to be stealing blinds and flexing those C bets. In full ring, early position is scarier. You need strong hands to open because there's 7 players are left to act behind you. That's a lot of chances to get wrecked by, somebody playing tight. Anyways, table dynamics too. I want to talk about a little bit here. Full ring, tighter, more conservative, and people don't like change. But in 6 max, man, it gets wild. Sometimes it's unpredictable. Someone might be overplaying King Jack like it's pocket rockets. You get to play the player a lot more in 6 max. That's why I like it. Adapting to maniacs and it regs become kind of part of the fun. But here's the thing, guys. Like, which one should you play? Now, this is coming from experience, okay? I've been playing a long time. I got nothing against, playing a full ring game. It's just 6 max to me. It's going to make you a better player faster. It forces you to get better at the art of bluffing, putting people on ranges, and aggression is also a key to finding any type of consistency playing, guys. So if I had to choose one and recommend one, approach, definitely 6 max all day long. Now, with that said, I do have a really good one I want to go over here playing some 500 NL. I'd recommend sticking around to the end because we have a lot of interesting spots I'm going to be breaking down. And I kind of played a little bit unorthodox in this, but, for the most part, I think I played pretty well. I threw some bluffs in. We ended up doing good in this one, but we also had a situation where we got quads. I also want to point out, we have a community you guys can get in where you can talk to me one-on-one as well as some other high-level members. Check the pinned comment for that. Please tap the like, guys. Let's get right into this. All right, here we had a king. Kicker wasn't that great, but we are blocking a flush here with the heart. Now, heart on the turn. This guy checked it so quick on the turn. I think he had basically nothing, so I was kind of okay just going to showdown at this point. But he threw out a little sizing right there with the jack-8. I don't think that bluff right there that he made a whole lot of sense, if I'm being honest with you guys. I was never really folding there anyways, but I think that bluff was not a good one, is kind of what I'm getting at here. Okay, but on to the next one. Queen 10. Don't ask me why I folded that. Maybe I needed to take a bathroom break. It's kind of what I like to say sometimes. Let's see if we would have got there anyways. Could have been the reason. I can't really remember. Nothing here. I probably would have continued if I played this hand, though, honestly. I'm going to go with the bathroom break is why I didn't play this. So don't be too hard on me. Or you could be hard on me. Whatever. Do what you got to do. All right, here are pocket fours. Now, I limped into this. I've said before, I think limping sometimes is okay with these low pocket pairs and like low suited connectors. Because a lot of the time you're going to get raised, especially like playing mid stakes like this. Players are going to be a lot more aggressive. Anyways, definitely happy to see a turn card here for nothing. Didn't get there. Player 4, since he opened so large pre here, he throws out 44 on the turn. I think we're letting that go all day, which we did. So pocket fours, rest in peace, my friend. But we are going to see pocket fours again in this one, and it's going to be a little bit different situation, which is kind of interesting. But all right, queen 4. Should be seeing a flop with this. We are suited. If I didn't raise this, I can't remember. I noticed too, and you'll notice this once you're playing all the time. It's like you notice how people are playing right away. Are people being really aggressive? I would say everybody here was actually playing pretty aggressive, to be honest with you. So, you kind of adjust to it, play your game. Now, I should have called it. I don't know why I didn't. Couple questionable folds I made in this one, but it's all good. I'm always recording, so I'm always kind of just going through previous sessions I played. Queen nine folded that. Kind of surprised again, but it's all good. It's all good, guys. All right, king eight off. I didn't want to play it. Let it go. All right, we got the seven deuce. Seven deuce, but we got some big hands coming up here, so definitely stick around. Not gonna want to miss it for sure. Plus the quad situation we had was a little out there. All right, ace four suited, nice hand here. Now I was gonna say player four threw in a raise there. You definitely could argue raising. Now I limped into this. Could have played it either way. I should have raised it again here. A spade draw on the turn. That was nice. Let's see if we can get there with an ace or a spade. Of course we don't. 5 or a 10 gives a straight. Kind of just got to muck this. Pair of sixes took it down. Wow. All right, but here we go, guys. That doesn't happen too often when you get quads, and I didn't want to give it away, but we are going to have quads on pocket jacks here. I am going to give this one away. I'm not going to give any of the other hands away in this because there's going to be some other big hands, but quads, I mean, it just doesn't happen that often, right? Now, I just called this. Player four, he open raised. And, I mean, normally when you get quads, too, it just seems like it happens on, like, the river or the turn. It doesn't usually happen on the flop. I don't know what the odds are for hitting quads on the flop, but it's got to be pretty low, I'd imagine. I could probably look it up if I wanted to, but, I mean, it's got to be pretty low. I checked this because I'm just hoping somebody throws something out or gets something. You know what I'm saying? Like anything. Now there's a flush draw out there. You got some straight draws. Player four was the one who opened here, so no idea what he's got. I would really hope that he had a flush here, like any kind of flush would be good. Obviously not king queen or something, but whatever. But maybe like an ace queen of hearts would be pretty brutal if that's what he had. Pocket tens would be amazing for us. Something like that. Now I just called here because I wanted to see if player one would call, so I just kind of continued slow playing this. Now river card was a blank. I don't know if that was going to make much of a difference here. I'm expecting player four to still kind of go for it, considering that he raised that turn. Now if he's got it, he's got a big hand. If he doesn't, he doesn't. There's no way for us to really know, but obviously like I'm gonna make a play. A couple things I could do here. I could just raise this, which might have made sense. I got a little. I mean, I kind of just pulled the trigger on this, and running it back. I kind of wish I would have just kicked it up to like 250, but I figured if he's got a good hand, maybe he does make this call. I don't know. His sizing here, it looked like he was going for some kind of value on the river, and it didn't feel like he had a pair of tens. It felt more like he's got a straight or maybe a flush. I don't know. But yeah, I dug deep here, thought about this. I don't know if it was the right or wrong play. I think he's only calling us here if he's got a flush or some kind of weird boat with like pocket tens, right? He folded it pretty quick. I think if we raised there too, it wouldn't have mattered. I think if I kicked it up to like 200, he was probably just going to muck that one anyways. So I'm not really upset about it. I think it was going to end up being the same result, even if I, raised it a little bit. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, quads, guys. Doesn't happen all the time. But guess what, man? We got them quads. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. All right, king nine, folded it. Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, playing pretty decent. Probably need to be a little bit more aggressive so far in this, but, kind of just doing what I got to do. And we proceed. We chug along, as I like to say. All right, jack 10 off. Definitely going to be calling any type of raise here in the big all day. All freaking day. Now, I just flatted here. You could argue raising it. I think either is fine. I just called protected, and not a bad flop. We're blocking the hearts, plus we got a queen to a straight. Turn card, actually good again because it gives us a heart draw. We also have an 8 and a queen now to a straight. I just called, probably should have raised there. He checked it right away, and I had to figure out, like, do I try to go for it? I did. I think that I played this hand kind of poorly, though. I didn't know if it was going to work, and it didn't work. He called us with a 9. Yeah, I didn't play that one good. I should have raised it on the turn, and I didn't. But sometimes, you're just kind of like fast playing, and these things happen. All right, so here we go with pocket fours. Now, this is the second time we're going to be seeing pocket fours, man. Pocket 4. Let's get that 4. Come on now. Give us the 4. Just give us that 4. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Just do it. Just give us the 4. We deserve it. Okay, we deserve the 4. All right, just do it. And I limped again here with the small pocket pair. And here we go. The 30 open here. Player 3 repping over pairs, ace king, ace queen suited. That's basically what this is telling me here. So we are going to just make the call, right? And, we're just trying to get that 4. That's all we're trying to do. Are we going to get it? That is the question. Oh, man, it's such a nice day when you hit a 4, you know what I mean? Licking the lips, man. We got the 4. Okay, so slow playing definitely in order here. Don't want to... if he's going to continue, I figure he's going to go again for it on the turn, so we're not going to do anything hasty here. All right, turn card is a 10. Puts a club draw out there. Now, to build the pot, I kind of went for it here. I don't think checking it is a good idea. Especially if he's got a king. Let's say he's got king, queen, king, jack, ace, king. Even ace, queen, or ace, jack might make this call because they're going to be on a draw. So I think putting something out there makes a lot of sense. So I did. He's going to call, and we're looking for like a brick river. Which exactly what happened in 8. What I'm thinking now is if he does have a pair of kings, he's going to make this call a lot of the time because there's a lot of missed draws. Like, let's say I had a club draw, I just missed it. Raising the turn, jack, queen, I missed it. There's a lot of misses, which makes this an even harder laydown if he's got a pair of kings. He might even call with a pair of 10s if he thinks I'm bluffing. Anyways, I went for a 230 sizing. I think this was a good one. I sized this up a lot better than I had in some of the previous hands. Let's see if he's going to call. I think this actually does look bluffy. You know what I'm saying? I really do. So I think if he's got a pair of kings or even a 10, I think he's definitely considering making this call. A lot of misdraws. Does it even make sense? It's just, I think it's impossible to put me on this hand. I think this looks like a bluff. If I'm reading it from player 3's approach of how this hand played, I think this is just a bluff. Let's see if he can figure it out, though. He really put some thought into this. Already made the call. I don't think we could really fault him either way. I think that was just one of those situations where if it was like flipped, I think we might have made the call on me too. If the other guy had pocket 4s, it is what it is. And that stuff happens, guys. It's just part of it. You try to piece together a hand, and if something seems off to you, you try to make almost like a hero call, I guess. But not even really a hero call. I think it was just so hard to put me on that hand. Like it was just never really happened. All right, anyways, got a few more hands we're going to be going over here. Hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing so far. Like I said, check the pin comment out. I hope to see you in the community for sure. A lot of good stuff in there, hand analysis, and like I said, you can talk with me, some other high-level members, and we're just going to do our thing, We'll be doing our thing in there, and here we go. All right, so we hit a pair of jacks here, spade draw, queen to the straight. Our hand's not bad at all, but played it cautiously. I think at this point we're good, so I put out a little sizing here, thinking maybe he might call with like a pair of 10s or 9s or something. Even ace high, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. All right, he didn't bite. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I thought we might get a little bite on that. All right, so A7 suited in the small here, open raise from player 2. calling is the best thing here. Really no reason to raise this up unless we had some kind of weird read on player two, which we don't. Plus he was first to act and he's raising, so he could definitely have like a strong hand. He's trying to play slow. Not a good flop for a7 suited. We are going to be in fold mode here. Fold mode, no reason to try to do anything here except just that. And that's what I did. Folded it, smolded it, molded it, let it go. Just let it go. All right, a10. Let's see if I raised. No, I probably didn't. Probably folded this. I think if you're on the button with that hand, I think it's definitely a fold. Unless you're being like super aggressive, which you could totally be. You guys could do whatever you want. I folded it. All right, here we go. Pocket queens. I think we're probably going to wrap things up here right after this. Now, I actually tried to like get a little tricky with this. I went for a min open here, hoping somebody would raise. And then really my whole approach playing kings in this hand was just to kind of like slow play it. That's the way I wanted to do it. Player three is going to, I think, kick it up to maybe like 45 or something. Could have raised it again here, but I decided, I think, just to flat. Unless I did raise it. Let's see. My memory sometimes not the greatest because I'm always playing, always different situations. All right, kicked it up to 45. And yeah, I think we're just gonna call this. But I mean, I easily could have kicked it up to like 80 or 90, but I just flatted. Thought about it though. I gave this some thought. Don't ask me why. I just wanted to make it a little confusing for this guy. All right, so 7 Jack 10 board. Not a whole lot to worry about here. I mean, let's say he's got ace king or ace queen. He's going to be on some draws. I mean, pocket tens or pocket jacks would not be good. I just called this, and we are going to just see a turn card. Kind of looking for the board to pair maybe, and it did. A 7 was a really good card for us. So there are some hands, actually a lot of hands that we're ahead of right now. There's all those ace, king, ace, queens, pocket jacks or pocket tens. We'd definitely be in bad shape here. Impossible to figure that one out, but we could still be ahead of pocket queens, ace, jack suited, ace, 10 suited. There's definitely some hands, that that we're totally fine against. It's just we don't want to see pocket jacks or pocket tens, right? That's just not what we want to see. Pocket aces too. These are always possibilities. That's not how I'm thinking, especially when he checked the turn here. Definitely felt like he was weak at this point. So I put out a little sizing just to see where he was at, and I figured he's going to make this call anyways with ace king or ace queen. So we're just kind of building at this point, keeping it small. Just kind of seeing where he's at, feeling him out. River card was a blank. Now at this point, we're good, and I know that. So now I'm just trying to figure out what can we get away with here, What is the right sizing? And this is kind of what I came to. So, and to be fair, I think if he's, once again, this is another spot where like if he's got a pair of jacks like ace jack or ace 10, I think this is a hard fold. It's confusing. It's just a confusing spot for player three. He called, and it worked out for us there. I don't know what he had, but that's just how the cookie crumbled in that one. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed another one here. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Please tab that like, and we'll see you in the next one.